good. Alright, so we're going to be starting with building PHP projects with the skills we've learned with PHP. If you are excited about this tutorial, just leave a comment below saying I'm excited and let's get it rolling. Alright, okay, so we're going to be starting with a very basic website. So we're going to be starting with um, an hospital website. So I've already had the UI, the front end in place, and I'm going to leave a link below, right, for you to download the template we're going to be using for this. So I believe you have a basic idea about PHP. So but nevertheless, if you don't have any idea in PHP, you can still roll with us. I will try as much as possible to explain some few basic things in PHP for you to understand. Alright, so quickly I have my template over here, so I'm just going to move over to orange. Should it? Okay, blue. Word brain. Move over to this template. Alright, so I have this template here, so I'm just going to open this up to see how it looks like. So let's run the HTML and see what this UI looks like. Oh, really cool, awesome. So this is a beautiful UI, and we're actually going to make this site really dynamic. That is writing our PHP codes within the website, and some few basic things we are going to be doing here. I'm just going to give us a heads up in it. So the full name, we're going to make this really functional, whereby once the user clicks on send, it submits to the database and then drops a notification to the admin that alright, someone just sent a question or a request. You get what I mean? By also this enter your email, we're going to make this fully responsive, whereby when someone puts in an email address, right, when someone puts in an email address and it clicks on subscribe, it goes automatically into the database and saves the user details in for us. So some of the things right here, they are dynamic. Okay, so if we go to the doctor's page, right, so right here we have some few doctors here. So these guys are actually going to be dynamic. They will be coming from the database, right, direct from the database up to the front end here. So we have some few guys here as well. Book appointment. So the book appointment is also going to be dynamic, very interesting, whereby the user have to pay some fees to actually book to see a particular doctor, right? So we're also going to be learning how to integrate a payment gateway using PHP. It's really awesome, it's really simple. All we just need to do is open your mind and boom, we are it, right? Okay, so we're going to be setting up our templates right now, getting to work with all of these guys with PHP. Right now it's still in .html, and we don't want that. We are actually dealing with PHP. So what I need to do now is to move my folder. So is to move my folder, the kernel folder, which you see in a zip file. Just extract it and then you can do whatever. I'm just going to get rid of this. So you move your folder. So let's copy, and then we'll move that to our ht docs. Nice. So let's paste here. Okay, all right, beautiful. So for this tutorial, I'm going to be making use of an IDE called Atom. You can make use of Visual Studio if you want. You can make use of PHP Storm if you want. You can make use of what else? Sublime. You can make use of what else? What else? Notepad plus plus. So there are so many text editors out there that you can make use of. So I choose to actually make use of Actor. Right? I don't know why, but let's just. I feel it's light. It's kind of simple to use. Yeah, it doesn't have much weight. That's what I feel. If you love other IDEs, you're free to do that. You're free to use them, right? Okay. Oops. Alright, so let's just get rid of all this stuff. Okay. So this is what we have. So we have our index.html. We have all of them. HTML. So what we need to do now is to change the extension. What is this? Okay. So it's to change the extension. So we rename. Boom. Change it to PHP. Okay, change it to PHP. Right, so what else? I think we'll change this as well to PHP. So we are literally changing everything. Please just a minute, let's see what is happening here. Auto close. All right. I think so a package is actually disturbing our class. Annoying. Okay, let's just stop that. Auto close. I think you are the one disturbing us. Done. Alright, so are you serious? Alright, please just a minute, let me restart my atom. Alright, restart. I believe it shouldn't give us an issue again. Alright, so let's rename this as well. On the index. So in this application, so we have two dashboard. We have the doctor's dashboard, and then we also have the admin dashboard, right? So the admin is responsible for adding doctors, viewing doctors, also seeing some requests, why the doctor has the ability to see appointments um, that have been booked by different users, right? So if an appointment have been scheduled for a particular doctor, he sees the appointment in his dashboard. Cool, right? So that's what we're going to be building, and also very, very interesting, the payment gateway. I love that so much, right? So let's open this up. And how do we do this? So we go back to our browser. So go to localhost slash the name of the app is Care Now. Interesting. So Care Now. Oops, why? Oh, okay, please guys, make sure your XAMPP is on. Then let's refresh. Let's try refreshing again. Is it really? Oops, we have HTTPS. Localhost don't have HTTPS, guys. So Care Now. Alright, loading up. Let's see what we have. Oh sweet, so we have the same front end, the same design as to what we had before. So really amazing. Okay, now so we're actually going to change the links. I think this is the front end stuff though. If you're familiar with HTML, then you should know how to actually change a particular link, right? So now we are going to HTML, but we don't have bookappointment.html anymore. What we have is bookappointment.php, right? Okay, so let's really go back to Atom. So what I'm going to do here is changing this as well to HTML, that is in the admin. Okay, so we have our admin change, so we can do this in the doctor's page as well. Alright, so we have everything changed to .php. Right now we are dealing with PHP, guys. Congratulations, we are dealing with PHP. Alright, so what do we do now? Okay, so what we need to do very quick is to change the link of our applications. Right now everything is still pointing to .html, 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 so we need to change the URL for this. So very quick one, I'm going to close everything right now and then make sure I'm on the root file, that is the care now, then index.php. So what I'm gonna do, going to change. Alright, so for me to be very fast, I'm gonna search for HTML here, right? What do I do now? Okay, this will work. Let's do it this way. HTML. What I'm simply doing is I highlight one of the HTML, then on Mac Control D, on Windows, on Mac Command D. Sorry about that. Then on Windows Control D, just change everything to PHP. Right, PHP. Cool. Right, cool. So let's save. Let's go back to application, refresh. So now our link should work really fine. Contact.php. Whoa, why are we having this? Oops, we didn't change contact.php. Alright, so let's change that to PHP. So let's refresh now. Awesome. So we have contact.php. So when we go to doctor.php, we have doctor.php. When we go to services, we have services.php. All right, this is really cool, this is really awesome. But there's something I wanted to notice right now. When we go to home, that is on the index.php, and then we click on, let's say, book appointment.php, you notice we have some things that are not supposed to be, right? Like the blog, we don't need the blog right here, and also the blog is still having down at the bottom here, just at the bottom here, just look. So we are still having book appointment.html. Why? Because when we go to book appointment.php, we see that the links, they are still having HTML. All right, so what we actually need to do right now is to um, separate our files so that the whole navs can be in one file, the footer can be in one file, right? So when we change a particular nav, it changes all through the pages, like all through the pages we have in our applications, right? So does that make really sense? Yeah. So when we are in index.php, when we click on, here we have just home, about, and then this drop down we have services, we have book appointment, and then we have contact. So when we click on book appointment, we should still have the same links, right? So we're going to make use of a different file and have all our navs, and okay, let's just say all our headers in the file. So when we make any changes in the header file, it reflects all through the application. Does it make sense? All right, so let's do that very quickly. So on the root folder, we're going to create a new folder, then we'll call this ink. Oh, stands for includes, short inks, short. Okay, so we have our ink. So within here we're going to create a new file, and we'll call this header.php, and then here we're going to create a new file again. I'll call this footer.php. okay, so now we have these two guys in our app. So now in our index.php, what we need to do, we have to So we have to cut through, we have to cut out the header from this guy here. Where are you? This is the wrapper that wraps the whole page, I believe. Yeah. So here, header starts from this point here, and this is the main content. Awesome. This is what we want. So we're gonna copy this, cut. Let's make a very big space there, and let's leave a comment. HTML comment though. Say header goes here. Okay, so remember we still have that cost, so we paste here. Okay, nice. So we have our header cut out from the index to the header.php. Alright, let's do same for the footer. So we'll scroll down to the footer. Okay, where are you, footer? Where are you? Okay, so this is the footer, so what we just want to do right now is from this footer we cut to the bottom. Does it make sense? Right, from this footer here we cut down to the bottom, everything, right? Then let's have a comment, and then we'll say footer goes here. Okay, so in our footer.php we paste that as well. Wow, so we have our index.php in a separate we have our header.php, our header in a separate file, and then we have our footer in a separate file. So what do we need to do? So there's a function in PHP called require once. So what does this function do? It takes whatever that is in the file and then brings it to a particular page or a particular file. So it acts the same way as include. So I'm going to show you two methods we can use to include our footer in this file, right? So for the newbies, how you write PHP inside your project, you start by opening the PHP tag and then closing it. And how do we do that? We have the less than symbol, then the question mark, then you have your PHP keyword, then the question mark, and then the greater sign symbol. Yeah, does it make sense? So I'm going to come again. Alright, I'm just going to increase this a little bit. Alright, so we have the less than symbol followed by your question mark, then your PHP, then question mark, and then greater than symbol. Makes sense, right? So with this now we can write our PHP inside of this. Okay, so since it's just a line we want, we can just write it within here. So there are two methods we can use to include our footer inside of this index.php. And how do we do that? First of all, we can make use of the include once, right? So this takes an argument, and the argument it takes is the file we actually want to include, right? So we can do this, go to the ink folder, and then I want you to get footer.php, then we close. Okay, so this is one way we can include a file into another file, right? Does it make sense? So let's go back to the top where we have header goes here, and okay, let's refresh this and see what we have in our index. Alright, so we have some things that kind of big, and if you notice we still have our footer here. And so let's include, also you can see the changes, right? I'm just going to please go down, yeah. So I'm just going to get rid of this code here, save, and then refresh. Let's see what happens now. Oops, it doesn't load. Why? Because it just keeps showing the preloader, because our scripts are missing, and the scripts are within the footer.php, right? So we need to add this guy back. Oops, what should we add back, please? Yeah, if you got that, you're genius. So add include ones, can choose to give it this way, right? Ink, right? And then footer.php, and then we save, refresh, boom. So we have application open, but still some things are still missing. You might not really say it, but some things are kind of missing. So let's add our css. Yeah, they should miss, because there's no css yet. Oh my, we just copied the header and then we left the whole link and then the css and everything. Oh, that's why we could still see some designs, right? So what we need to do, we have to get everything out of this place. Yeah, so go back to index just at the top here. So let's paste that. Yeah, awesome. Awesome. No wonder we could still see some, designs. Alright, so refresh. Oh, great. So let's include our header now. We do that by opening the PHP tag. Moreover, for those that use Atom and some Sublime and others, you might have this cool snippet here, right? Helps a lot. So you can choose to also have it this way, right? Without the bracket, you can choose to just have it this way. Whatever way you want to have it. Okay. And then what do we need? Footer.php. So let's save, go back, refresh. Awesome. So we have our header file included, and then we have our footer file included. So this is one method we can use to include files. Then another method we can use to include file is we can make use of the require once. Okay, and then here you can make use of require once, right? Remember, you can choose to leave it out. Nice. We save, go back, refresh, boom. We still have our application neat and beautiful. Okay, so with this now, we have our header file. That's our header in a different file, and then we have our footer in a different file. So what do we need to do? In the book appointment of PHP, from this header here, let's collapse it. So we have this header here. Okay, so we copy from here to the top, then just because of our time, I'm going to really copy this, then I'm going to paste it here, right? I'll do same for the footer. Get this, and then go down to the footer. Let's get the footer. Okay, here, then we take out everything here, we paste the footer. So let's see. All right, so let's go to book appointment.php. Book appointment. Wow, interesting. So if you notice, we have the same link, we have the same .php. Look, if you look at the URL here, the address is going to contact.php, book appointment.php services, and we don't have the blog, the blog that was here before. So book home.php, the same link, book appointment.php, the same link. Awesome, right? But when we go to services, oops, we still have the blog that we don't want. Why? Because we've not yet done what needs to be done on that area as well. So let's go to services.php. Then from here we take out everything. Cool. So I think I have this guy copied there. So we place the header.php, and then down here footer where I use. Alright. So copy everything here, cut it alike, then let's paste footer. Nice. So in services we should see some changes. Cool. So we have the same link, and then we also have the same footer, and we have the same header. Amazing, right? So this is one way we can do it. So the rest, we still have about to change, doctor to change, gallery to change, FAQ to change, and contact to change. So I'm gonna leave this as an exercise for you to do, and I trust in you all. I believe you can do it. So in our next tutorial, we're going to start doing some amazing functionalities like creating the database for our application, right? Really going to be awesome. Very going to be, it's going to really be cool and interesting. So if you're enjoying this tutorial so far, please hit the like button, subscribe to this channel, and also click the bell button so you get notified when I upload new videos. All right, see you in the next tutorial. Thank you.